Now let's head to Florence, Alabama, where a motorcycle officer running radar looking for speeders suddenly found himself in a high-speed chase. This entire incident was caught on the officer's body cam.
245.
47, Victor 46, Lima 0, Court, Limestone. He turned left on the Royal, goes down Royal, ran a stop sign. Back east on Huntsville.
This is highly dangerous for the motorcycle officer at these speeds.
Turning across Staten Island Bridge, 10-4 south on Wilson Dam Road.
They're reaching speeds of over 80 miles an hour here.
Turning left on Main Street. Time inside, I'm out.
Tiger 16, 10-4.
Vehicles continuing going. Continuing through Central. Turning right on Newton off of Main. Clipper 6.
We're back in Florence, Alabama, where a motorcycle officer was attempting to pull over a driver for speeding. It looks like this has suddenly become a foot chase. The other car is actually a plainclothes officer in an unmarked vehicle.
Yes, and that's 100 right on Newton off of Main, foot pursuit.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Man, it's good seeing y'all. Oh, y'all bail out.
The suspect was charged with possession of marijuana, unlawful possession of a controlled substance, attempting to elude police, and possession of a firearm without a permit. Luckily, no officers or civilians were hurt in this chase. With me now in studio is motorcycle officer Troy Gurley. Troy, man, pleasure having you here, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
So, how long have you been on cycles there in Florence, and was this your first pursuit?
Been on motors probably a few years at that point, and that was my first pursuit as a motor officer on a motorcycle, yes.
And that's something, I mean, pursuits in themselves are just obviously very dangerous for us, the people we're pursuing, civilians on the road, but even more so for you guys, you know, out there on that motorcycle.
Oh, yeah. You don't have the luxury of being, you know, in a vehicle. You're on two wheels. You know, if you make a mistake, if you let your adrenaline overtake you, a lot of times you'll have the perception that you're going slower than you actually are, and that'll cause you to go into a curve or something like that too fast. Sitting there running stationary radar, observed the vehicle, clocked him at 62 mile an hour in the 45 speed zone. Pull out behind him, initiate my lights, and eventually siren. You know, he's about to make that first right turn on the Limestone Street, and this is where he does swing out wide, where it's definitely a clue that you know, something's, you know, likely about to happen. This is the first stop sign he ran.
He turned left on the Royal, goes down Royal, ran a stop sign.
Second stop sign he ran here. Yeah, this is probably where the speeds got up to, you know, probably 85 mile an hour or so.
And just a lot of people, as we know, with motorcycles on the road, they don't see them, especially coming at, you know, these fast speeds. They don't hear the siren coming at times because of whatever's doing in their car. So it is very, very dangerous for you guys.
Turning left on Main Street.
When he hit that curb, you can't hear it on the, you know, on the audio, but I could hear it. You know, the vehicle, it sounded like the transmission was giving them problems. So I knew the pursuit likely was not going to last much longer. That eventually led up to the vehicle being disabled, and that's when it turned into the foot pursuit.
So that's why he fled on foot. Basically, his car just wasn't able to drive very much further.
Correct.
So he tried his chances out on foot.
That's right. And that's also where the unmarked patrol car that you saw that had the investigators in it, that's where they jumped in. It was good to see another patrol
it's always
unit
nice
in
to have
there.
our buddies there.
Exactly.
And that's them right there in the Crown Vic, correct? That
Yes.
black car.
Yes.
Listen, chasing guys is not fun. We wear a bunch of gear. Motorcycle unit, I'm assuming you guys are wearing the knee-high boots, the helmet's still on you while you're running. It's not the best attire to be chasing after somebody in.
Exactly. It would be nice to be able to take that helmet off and get rid of it, lighten the load a little bit.
Right.
But obviously my camera is on there, and that's evidence.
Right.
You don't want to lose that.
Man, it's good seeing y'all.
And then that officer there kind of gives you that old pound, that, hey, good job, buddy.
Yes. Yeah.
So what exactly did this guy run for that day? I mean, was it just the traffic charges, or was there, something else that you're aware of?
He did have felony warrants out of a adjacent county. There was 2 firearms within the vehicle, basically pistol without permit. He had crack cocaine, hydrocodone.
Guns, dope found in the car. Do you know what's happened with the suspect since?
He pled on some unrelated charges, and these charges were actually dismissed.
Okay. Which is frequently happens. I mean,
Yes.
that's, because the way our system is, that frequently happens. Man, Officer Gurley, great job out there today. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
That's it for this episode of PD Cam. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sergeant Sean Larkin, and we'll catch you next time.